It's you.
It's me?
It's you.
Oh my God. Hello, patrons.
Patrons.
Patrons, patrons, Patreons. I don't know.
On Patreon.
Well, whoever's in here, it's nice to see you. I'm Jeff Snyder. You know me as one half of the Patriots. Christian Harloff asked me actually to do this video alone, but don't tell him I insisted that Brienne stay because, as we all know, I'm a lot better in teams, right?
Sure. Burn on yourself.
Yeah. All right. So
here, why don't I ask you the questions?
You're going to ask me the questions?
Yeah, let me,
oh, okay. Here you go.
Okay, I sent you the questions,
but
I don't know how to say Joaquin's last name.
Scott. Let's call him Skajum.
Okay, Joaquin Skajum.
Joakim Skajum.
He asks, or she, maybe it's a girl. I have
no
idea.
Know.
If you had to team up with anyone besides JTE, who would it be? I do want to know. See, I would have watched this anyways. Like, even when you left, I would have, like, rewatched it to see your answers. So
this is a tough question. Who else would I like to play with? See, I get along really well with Riley and Perry. I mean, I'm in awe of Sam Levine and his greatness.
Right.
I might have to go, though, with McWeeny. I mean, just because we have a rapport, I'm comfortable with Drew. He has kids, so he knows his animation. He knows his classics. He has like an encyclopedic knowledge of movies, and plus I love his kids, Alan and Toshi, and I feel like we could have our own faction. We could get them in the lead somehow on
They're
camera.
Your managers.
Yeah, exactly. They handle all the paperwork. So I think that would be my answer. I'd love to give it a go with McWeeny because I think we'd be unstoppable.
I think you'd be unstoppable as well. Corey Quinto asks, when you started playing in the Schmodown, did you ever think that you would be a team champion for a year and a half?
Absolutely not, Corey. When they stuck me with JT, I was pissed. JT was terrible. He had a losing record. He was like a bum in the league, and they're like, Snyder, you know, if you want to be in the league, you got to play with JT. I was like, I do want to play, but it has to be with him. Like, I can't get a top tier.
Yeah, but he did
teammate.
Really good. Before that, he did really good in teams with Bob Finstock. I mean, or Tom Dagnino, as you know.
All I know is
he did good before that.
Our games totally complemented each other, and I'm so glad that that the powers that be did orchestrate that epic team up because, yes, we are the greatest team in Schmodown history.
The greatest
we always will. Yes.
Agreed. Okay. Corey also says, congrats on joining the Collider team. What's it been like working for them this past week? And do you see anything different from now working there compared to just having to come in and record Schmodown matches? Keep up the great work.
Corey, who do you think you are getting multiple questions in a mailbag? I mean, this is unheard of, buddy. But we do this for you because you're so generous.
We do.
Let me tell you what I've learned in my 1 week here at Collider. I've learned how hard everybody works. I used to come up here on Friday afternoons, and everybody's just hanging out, and it feels like a frat house, and people are eating pizza, and it's just a gay old time, you know? But it's not like that here. Everybody actually has a lot to do. Everybody's super busy. You know,
it's really quiet too. I don't know if you know this. It's quiet.
Yeah, right.
Here.
It can be hard to get work done. There is always a lot happening here at Collider. You know, between the news and the sort of weekly shows that everybody's producing, and the graphics team is always overloaded. So yeah, I've just learned how much time and dedication everybody puts into this job, and I have a lot of respect for it and a lot of admiration, as you guys should as well.
Andy Schick asks, how did you become so good in the director's category? Did you make a list of every movie you've ever seen and write down the director? Seems like a hard category since it's not really something you get from watching a movie unless you're paying attention to the credits.
Well, thank you for the compliment there, Andy. I don't know. I mean, like directors, for every director, they put 10, 15, 20 actors in their movie, right? So there's a lot more actors than there are directors. So I think that directors are a little bit easier to know. I mean, as someone who was a trade reporter for many years, I was sort of tracking these up-and-coming people who came out of the worlds of music videos, commercials. They did a super low-budget indie that was at a film festival that never even got distribution. So, you know, I've sort of kept track that way. I mean, directors are important. They're just as important as the big movie stars because, a movie star is an actor for hire, essentially. They're just reading the words they show up and are given that day on set. A director's living with a movie for years. So yeah, to me, it was just always important to know them as much as you would a Brad Pitt or a Johnny Depp. We got other questions here in the chat room.
Yeah,
thanks everybody for joining us.
Coming in live. Dustin asks, what's the best match you watched as an audience member? Have you been to many matches?
I've been to a lot of matches as an audience member. Man, what would be the toughest? I mean, it was probably once I got eliminated from the
free-for-all?
Right, the free-for-all, the first one, and seeing Andraco and the 5X, like seeing that live and being in the room for that was epic. So that may not be an individual match or whatever, what you're looking for essentially, but that moment is unforgettable.
Jackson asks, are you and JTE getting any practice on the buzzers for the speed rounds section of the Ironman match?
I thought this was about basketball at first. I was like, practice? Practice? Are we getting any practice on the buzzers for the speed round match? No. No, we're not.
You can,
Can we?
Yeah, you can take the buzzers home.
Oh, I'll have to check them out over the weekend to start fooling around with them. It's got to be this weekend, though. Yeah, really, it's coming up, the taping date.
Real soon.
But no, we haven't been practicing. I smack things all the time. Usually a table.
Yes, which will shake the computer. So
I will refrain from doing it.
Let's see. Patrick says, as I understand it, you didn't really know JTE before being on a team with him. If that's true, did you guys do any team building exercises outside of the game? They did a trust fall, Patrick.
Yeah, I was going to say, here's the exercise. I hired his girlfriend at the driving board, and you know what? She did a damn good job for me, April. So if anybody's hiring out there, hire JT's girlfriend, April Dawn. But yeah, that was a big team building exercise of sorts.
Definitely. Jackson says, what are your feelings on having the Beast interrupt your path to the singles belt?
Is it really an interruption or is it a speed bump, guys? No, I can't wait to take on the Beast. I think he really knows his stuff, but yet for some reason
he can't close.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
So we're gonna see how that resolves itself. Yeah, he's real good though. But it's how you play the game. It's not just about trivia. It's about specifically playing the Schmoedown game.
Patrick again. It's just Patrick and Jackson here. It says, did
Dustin,
you come?
But we got others.
Oh, yeah, we do. It says, did you come to Collider or did Collider come to you about being a Scoops reporter at Collider?
It was a little bit of both. I mean, I think we had sort of been dancing around each other for a little while, and yeah, when the tracking board, when that situation unfolded, yeah, I reached out to Mark Fernandez, who had just acquired Collider, and they were interested in beefing up their original reporting. And yeah, it was just honestly right place, right time. I'm glad that I had a relationship with these guys, and there was already a little bit of trust, and Christian knew me, and yeah, it was all helpful.
So I don't have to send you any more help wanted ads.
No, this girl is so sweet. She really was sending me listings, and even before I had heard of them myself. So thank you for that. Yeah.
You're welcome. Okay, Boko Mix says, where will you wear the singles belt around your waist or on your shoulder? So will you wear it around your waist or on your shoulder? You have worn it around your waist.
I have. I was just saying, it depends how big the waist gets. That waist is certainly fluctuating from time to time, but it's summer, so I'm working on the beach butt. I don't know. It may just slide right off me, so I may need one of the shoulders.
That's right. We need more belt polish. Jackson Barber also asks, how bad are the Patriots going to be top 10 in the basketball game? Is Roka's injury real or just fear? It's real, let me tell you.
Guys,
somehow I put a hex on
guys,
him.
I don't even know how old he is. He's older than dirt. His injury is real, and yet he has no problem playing. Like, he doesn't think it's going to affect him. He could have Michael Jordan's knee. It doesn't matter. This kid can't shoot. He can't shoot. He can barely pass. He can not dribble. It's going to be 2-on-1, us versus Nos. I think I feel terrible saying this. I think we're going to embarrass them. I think we're going to destroy them.
Well, JTE.
But like they think the same thing. Too. Yes, yeah. No, we're all playing Saturday. Roka and I are going to play tomorrow morning after the incredible screening.
I want to see the Incredibles.
Not one-on-one or anything. We may even wind up on the same team. You never know how it goes with pickup ball. But having seen him play for a few weeks, he gets winded quick too, man. I mean, I've been working on my stamina. JT's a baller. I'm going to bottle up notes. Don't worry about it. Put your whole house, put your oldest child on the Patriots, taking it home.
Okay. Let's see. Dustin, how do you think you would fare in a live Schmodown atmosphere?
You tell me, Dustin. How would I fare? I think I play to the cameras. I think we'd have a damn good time in a live Schmodown.
We just need to work on some sort of more pizzazz for an entrance.
Yeah.
When it's a live show, it needs to like go up a little bit.
All I can think of is nudity right now, man.
That's not what it's gonna.
No, you're supposed to picture them, the audience, not me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, good.
What else we got?
Gigawatt, hey, says, are you expecting many more Charlize Theron questions at the Iron Man match?
Bring on the Charlize questions. I know all of Charlize's movies. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll on Charlize. It was just this tiny little blind spot. If they had said name 3 actors in the Italian Job, I could have done it. If they had said name 5 actors in the Italian Job, I could have done it. They asked me to name the one character. I had just had no idea who the hell Charlize's father was. So I'm not afraid of Charlize. Bring her on all day.
I was so shocked by that because I was like, oh,
they found
so
it.
Easy,
they
so
found
easy.
the little hole.
I love the Italian Job.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Have I been recognized out in public? Yes, I have.
Oh.
In fact, I went to Game 7 of the Celtics-Cavs game when I was back in Boston a couple weeks ago, and I had posted this photo on Twitter of these. I was sitting behind 2 Cavs fans, which is dangerous in Boston.
Okay.
So they stood out in the stadium, and I guess a Schmodown fan saw these Cavs fans walking around the TD Garden at halftime, knew that those were the 2 fans in front of me, followed those 2 back to their seats just to come sit next to me. And I invited him to sit down. He was an 18-year-old kid from Syracuse, and he wants to be a director, and we had a nice chat. So if you do see me in public, absolutely come and approach me. I will not bite your head off.
We're going to take one more question.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, one more, which is, again, from Patrick. What skill talent is underappreciated in the movie Trivia Schmodown competitors? I mean, I can do this. I think that's pretty underappreciated.
That to me.
I mean, I don't think anyone knows that.
Well,
that's a Patreon exclusive.
You're not going to get to see what I can do with my time, but I think it's just, having nerves of steel. Basically being in the spotlight, because a lot of people are not used to having an audience for anything that they do. So literally playing in front of an audience, having everyone's eyes, not to mention all these people in the audience, they all think that they're experts. Most of them know the answer too. So it's that kind of thing. Just like being unflappable in the face of that pressure. You can't underestimate that as a skill.
I went perfect for the first round for action and Shire Wolves. Nice. And I was like, oh yeah. Except for the last one I already knew the answer to because I put it on there.
Nice, way to go. Guys, buy some Patriots t-shirts in the shop, huh? Our merch doesn't sell because we're heels. Get on it. Embrace your inner villain. All right.
Thank you all for joining this live stream Q&A with Jeff Snyder and myself, Brianne Chandler. Gigawatt says, you're as cool as a cucumber. I bow to your confidence. How nice.
Thank you.
And Jackson says, rooting for you and the Patriots dynasty.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for popping in and for supporting the Schmodown.
All right. See y'all later. Bye. Bye.